Um, erm, guh. What up, everybody? Liquid. Okay, here we go. I just had to post a few more messages. It's a shame I can't get dual wield. Let's just go AP rounds. So we can be guaranteed our one-shot kills. Although I think we get them anyway. And let's go. I just gotta keep an eye on this fence over here, because once that opens, that means that annihilators are spawning. And then from that point, it's just over. Unless I have something pretty crazy up my sleeve, which I do. I'm pretty sure electric zombies are almost always the first zombie that spawns on this map. At least every time I've played it. They've always seemed to be the problem. Oh, but I guess not. Guardians are fine with me. They don't affect too many zombies right now, since not too many zombies spawn. Yeah, right now we're with our half tank build, which I do want to mess around a bit with. Particularly, I want to mess around with life infusion and retaliation. Flintlock pistol upgrade is actually something we're really looking for, because the more mods we can put on Flintlock pistol, the more accurate it gets, which becomes very good when we go back to our dual pistol build, because this is our first dual pistol that we can get. Hey, SDG. Yeah, I'm looking for retaliation, because retaliation just gives a crazy damage buff. I think at max it gives like 60% extra damage, which is kind of crazy. Usually the biggest buff that most non-conditional damage buffers will give is around 24%. But 60% is usually only for like super conditional stuff. So stuff like Executioner, which is just for the last 20% of something's health. I could be. I could not be. Who really knows what anybody's up to? Let's pick up our ammo as well. Boom. And now we're back in business. I mean, maybe. I don't know what as far as what I've seen, the president doesn't seem to do very much. I don't see anybody in that Minecraft server answering to basically any kind of authority figure. They don't already, and that's, yeah. But maybe. We'll see. I mean, as long as they don't touch my offshore tax haven, we should be fine. should have nothing to worry about. Yeah, there are a good few perks that are really good, but are only good if you both shoot things and you shoot things and you tank damage. Stuff like Thorns, which you have on right now. Probably stuff like Retaliation, since that gives such a crazy buff, and also stuff like Iron Leech and Life Infusion. Mechanical Leech as well, if you ever use that. Yeah, and all those are really good, but you have to activate them with kills, and they only benefit you through tanking. So I'm surprised more people don't do that. Do like a half tank, like how I usually do. Since since once you do get the effect, it is a massive effect. Like Life Infusion gives you like 3,000 max health, which makes you pretty much invincible against any kind of zombie that you can kill in a reasonable amount of time, which you have 3,000 health with Life Infusion, you probably do. What is it? The Iron Leech also gives you 20 or not 48% resistance. Talking about the server? Yeah, a little bit. Some of the time I am. And that's just up to you to guess. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of any other perks that are really beneficial for both killing and tanking. Probably Jack of all trades is in there as well. Just because a Jack of all trades is an insane value perk where it gives you like basically 4 perks in one, and then at half the value. Which is actually double the value since it's 4 divided by 2. That's still 2. It's just that its stats are very spread out. So you have to actually utilize all the stats. You have to be moving, you have to be getting money, you have to kill things, and you have to tank things all. I'm just trying to think of anything else I can do on that server, because I've pretty much just done it all. I have an infinite supply of any amount of resources. All I would need is to find some of the cool enchantments. I've pretty much just done it all. Oh yeah, I guess I also need... Do I actually need anything from the Nether? Or the end? No, I don't think so. Oh yeah, I think I've basically just done it all. Am I right? You are right. It's a shame they removed some of the classic or the vanilla enchantments from the game, unless there is some way to get them. Because I did really enjoy perks like Depth Strider and what is it, Riptide, and what's it called? I think I don't know what perks the bow has, or what enchantments it has. You can enable them. Stuff that has been added. Is it anything interesting? Because from the very, very short glance I took at the mod, when you put up the vote, it didn't seem like it had all that much. It had like a sword and like I think an armor, and that was really it. So it'd be nothing to hop out of bed and jump on the Goog for. Hey, I don't know. How's it going? We're in lobby right now. If you want to hop in. Currently beating Subway on hard because it's one of my weekly challenges, and I don't want to beat it on Nightmare because this map is a little bit too tough for you guys. Let's go this. Let's do it twice, and then we'll buy one of these as well. Then we'll go one more round with these pistols, and then we'll try and upgrade to Blunderbuss. And I might also want to buy some ammo refill, because once we get that, then we'll have some sustainability over the course of a round. Because I know I'll have to refill sometime during the boss round. I just don't have enough bullets to make it all the way through that. Which way are they coming from? There they are. Oh yeah. I gotta remember to keep an eye on that fence. Make sure it doesn't disappear on me. Bow is pretty crap right now. Well, that's unfortunate. It's usually the main weapon I use if it's not crossbow. But I guess I am using a lot more Trident since I am underwater about 300% of the time. I'm probably going to move to Shovel, though. Because Shovel on Overseer is just kind of busted broken. Tridents are pretty strong, as far as I've seen. Because shovels have berry, which if you're on a soft material, which I don't know what constitutes a strong material or a soft material, I haven't what is it called, messed around with it that much, but I imagine it counts dirt, gravel, sand, anything else that is like an earthy material, and it puts you under it. Which would be really good for a person that can give people mining fatigue. Being buried in blocks and being unable to mine them, you're dead. It's over. I think the stuff you can mine with shovels, okay, that makes it a lot wider in the scope of things I can use, because that also counts like snow and what's it called? Soul sand. And what else? I don't know. The world is my oyster in terms of burying people alive. How much is this? 3,000? Would that actually get me anything meaningful? It would. Because I was thinking of keeping around that is kind of my extra. Let's get all these. Get one more barrel extension. Perfect. Yeah, because mining fatigue 3 makes it basically impossible to mine anything, even with like the best shovel. Mining something you can usually mine instantly. I mean, that's what it was designed to do. It was designed to make it so you can't mine into the ocean monument. You had to actually play it like a dungeon. But no, when I'm using it, it just means you are consigned to your death. Brimstone is laser where the damage scales with distance scatters a shotgun. Yeah, I might give that a try if I'm not just using shovel till the end of time. Right, now they come from both sides. I might back up here so that I'm using less ammo. Although I am only using it 6 at a time or less, since I don't have to fire the whole 6 bullets. Torch is kind of like a bow with flame, but you can just hold it there and there's no cooldown. Bow now has now only has delay. Oh, so you don't have to like charge it up? That's kind of dumb. That makes it take away from the specialty that no wait, it's crossbow. Okay, so I thought you were talking about bow. I am wrong, question mark. Alright, so that's fine then. I thought I was stepping on crossbow's toes if it was a bow enchantment, which it is not. Okay, actually, the thorns are really going to save me here. Which is one of the things I got here. If, since when or if I need to go get some ammo sometime during this round, it will keep me alive. In fact, I would... actually, no. I think I'll kill the boss and then I'll start backing up for that. Because I don't think I have time to run all the way back. Especially with these guys with the speed boost now. There he is. Wham! Delay just freezes the arrow. Yes, it's Chrono Trigger. It's fantastic. Alright, cool. Yeah, so if any zombie were to charge me right now, like this guy, I wouldn't be able to shoot him, but the thorn still gets him, so. Bad luck, pal. That is why thorns is nice. It's also nice for crawlers. So you don't, especially if you have a piercing weapon, so you don't have to take your gun off of where it's most effective, which is shooting parallel to the zombies. You usually have to shoot the ground, which makes it so you're only piercing one target. Which, and not having pierce doesn't seem like it's that big of an issue, but it is. If you're only shooting one target, that means you're doing 1/3 of your damage if you have 3 pierce. Flame and punch. Punch is the one that like gives it more range, right? Or more velocity. Because yeah, that would be kind of peak. Range and knockback, yeah. Cool. Okay, there's that done. That showed up. Nothing I need to worry about there. Let's get 3 upgrades from invested income, and that's pretty much all we'll need. Oh, and ammo. Just about. I should have got that ammo upgrade first. Then I would have. Then I could have gotten both. Let's get a 1 damage upgrade. Should be fine. Arrows drop on hit. Cool. Infinite arrows. Not that it's a particularly big problem for me. I have a chicken farm and there's actually infinite gravel under the sea. Oh, there's the annihilators. The one time I didn't pay attention to the fence is when they appear. Luckily, they don't do that much damage. Or no, I think these are just normal zombies. Yeah. Blam. Cool. Alright, so I think eventually those annihilators will spawn. Yeah, that's why I was worried about that fence breaking. So now they're coming from this main area that we've been defending and this side section up here. That's no good. Not because I'm actually worried about losing, which I'm not. But what I'm mainly worried about is not being able to spawn camp, which is going to give me less money and make my endgame a little bit harder. Or you can have multiple enchantments. I think it'd be fun to have enchanted books. Or if enchanted... Because I don't think you can enchant a book in the game right now. You can? Oh, I don't know. I've tried adding a book to an enchantment table a lot of times, and it has not worked. But maybe it changed. Alright, let's get these last 2 upgrades for invested income. That'll give us 750 times 6, whatever that is. That amount of money. Let's get that and that. 2 upgrades of speed hands, and then we'll put money into whatever. You just enchanted a book with spewing. That is a upgrade for sure. Upgrade our damage. And I should probably put the last little bit into the base. Yeah. Let me show you. Right now I'm trying to hit prestige, which is where I got to level 50. Right now I'm at 48. You can see my little progress bar down here at the bottom. I'm not sure how long that's going to take, but it wouldn't be harmful to do a quick round of hard. Although Nightmare is the best in terms of XP. But I don't think I could beat Nightmare solo, which I presume I might have to do. You sending me a screenshot? Alright. Yeah, gotta keep an eye on my back now. Make sure nobody's trying to get sneaky here. Alright, what's this? That must have changed at some point, because I've definitely tried that before, and it has not worked. Yeah, I thought I put a lot of effort into getting a bunch of bookcases. It is quite hard to find a cow in the middle of an ice patch. Yeah, how'd they get past me? Over here. Little rat. Bam. What was I saying? Right, yeah, it's hard to find cows. But I got a bunch of wood, I got a bunch of cows. Turns out bookcases do nothing. Apparently they make you cost less XP. That doesn't matter. XP is basically infinite, and you only need to enchant a tool once. I thought it was gonna give me, like, cool... less materials. That also doesn't matter. I have infinite diamonds. Thought it was gonna be, like, cool new upgrades or something like that. It did not. How do you join? You go into the Final Stand 2 game, and then there's a button for private server. You put in the code that is all over the place. It keeps on deleting itself from Twitch chat. Why does it do this? Because it hates me. It hates me, and it wants me to die. There you go. Here's the code. Is also up on the stream there. There's a timer on it. There is, but I turned it off. So it just disappears because it wants to. It feels like it. Yeah, I click on manually unpin or at the end of the stream, and then I close that menu and I open it up again. It's back on. Okay. Well, what if I just set it to like 999 minutes? Timer must be between 30 seconds and 30 minutes. That's, I'm not gonna lie, that's really lame, guys. Oh wait, do I have to do this? Yes, okay, there we go. I have to click on the back arrow on the actual menu. Okay, now it will never close. Why is it like that? I don't know. Look at that. /E wave. It probably should have bought, I think I bought you a bunch of weapons automatically. I don't imagine you turned off auto buy, which is reasonable. Boom. I'll buy a sniper, and I'll buy a barricade. because you joined late, it used any of the. Usually, it gives you like a ton of money because you joined late. But because you have auto buy on, I probably just bought you a bunch of weapons. Yeah, I bought you a DMR. That's fine. Money? Yeah, you have your money over here. It only gave you 2,300. It spent the rest on a gun. Usually you just start with your stock pistol. Anyway, let's do this. Hopefully hopefully no perk DMR can hold on for a bit. Possibly real. Oh, that's something I gotta worry about. Enemy spotted. Big damn robot. Oh, never mind. Actually, that's kind of cracked. Yeah, there's a few different. Watch that side lane if you can. Keep an eye on it so I don't have to. Because I don't want to have to walk all the way back. If you do that, I'll just spawn kill these guys. It'll also make. I think as I spawn kill these guys, it'll make them spawn faster over there. Nice. First person. Yeah, there's a lot of pretty funky perks in this game. I think for snipers, the funkiest one is probably Overwatch, which when you are far away from something, or when you're far away from an enemy, and you shoot them, any allies near that enemy get healed. So you can become kind of a support sniper. And there's a bunch of perks, because it heals you for a very small amount, but no matter how small it is enough to target or trigger, what is it called? On heal effects. So stuff like Combat Medic, which gives you a 24% damage buff to both you and the person you healed. You could also have Better Than New, which gives you a resistance, reload speed, and melee weapon swing speed buff every time you heal something. Okay, cool. Sorry, pal. It's the price I pay, I guess. It's fine. I'll give you my money. So you can go and buy whatever. If it doesn't give you a whole bunch, which it does. I believe it should give you a good bit because I have all this invested income. Yeah, you have 10K. Your sniper is over here if you want to buy upgrades for it. You see down at the bottom here it says upgrades, and you can buy all sorts of stuff. Some things might be locked because they are behind beating specific maps. Otherwise, go nuts. Kills 1,600 zombies with assault rifles. I can do that. I just need an assault rifle, which I can get. Boom. And magazine size. There's no option for more max ammo, unfortunately. Full auto. I can't get full auto. Rip. Let's get two damages, and that'll be fine. Let's see here. I get steel plate. That'll be fine. Yeah, there's limited ammo, but you can buy more at the shop. It just costs money. Dollars. Hopefully you won't steal quite as many kills. We'll see. But there's a few other perks that are specifically good to snipers. Long range gives you more zoom. Long shot gives you more damage the further away you shoot somebody from. There's no scope. So if you have a scoped weapon and you hip fire with it instead, you don't aim with the scope, then you deal extra damage. Level 2? Nice. That should give you your first perk slot and your first perk point. Spend on whatever you want. Whoever you want to be. Oh my, I could be anyone. That's a quote from Rango, one of the peak movies of all time. If you didn't immediately recognize it. But there's too much. Yeah, there's a lot. I don't know what to pick. If you like snipers, there are that does narrow it down a good bit. Oh no. Bro got jumped. Alright, I'm backing up then. Shadow _ girl is raiding with a party of 7. Who invited this person here, huh? Hello. We're playing some Final Stand 2 with SDG from the Minecraft. It's pretty cool. Bald girl raid. Is this true? Is Shadow undergoing hair loss? That's so sad. Rip Shadow's hair. Unless they were always bald. Which then I'd sympathize. Hopefully you can find some hair. You're unbald? Nice. That's kind of epic. You can shoot while dead? I think you can, yeah. I don't think your bullets will be going anywhere. But it could be an option. Yeah, there are a few perks that are specific to sniper rifles. You can go something like Rifleman, which increases your critical hits with any single-shot rifles. Single-shot rifles just means anything that isn't full auto. So there are a few perks or a few upgrades for certain snipers, like the one on the DMR, and I believe the M82 also has one that make them full auto. As long as you don't get those upgrades, these work. Yours is full auto, then this one wouldn't work. But any other sniper would. So as soon as you upgrade it, that would work. And that gives you pretty massive crit bonus. You can upgrade it up to 3 times, so it's 4, 8, 16. The VS developer's boyfriend and husband. Yeah, I'm kind of a gamer. Not going to lie. But yeah, Rifleman, good one. You can also go... What else is a sniper perk? There's also long range or long shot. Your shots will gain more damage the further they travel. That is very good. Overwatch, yeah, Overwatch is very good. 3 armor, 3 health, and 8 stamina, and that can be upgraded 3 times. I am kind of a big deal. That is true. Yeah, so that would be healing me 3 health, 3 armor, 8 stamina every time you kill a zombie near me while you're far away from me. Kind of nice. You can also do some perks to help you if something gets up on top of you. So stuff like Untouchable. You can build up to 3 charges, and every time something would hit you, you don't take the damage, and you dash in the current movement direction. So that's nice if something gets near you and you don't want to. You can also go Frost Armor, which builds up armor, builds up charge on your armor, and if your armor goes down to that charge, then you explode in a thing of frost, and everything around you is slowed or stunned. It's very nice. I haven't seen many people use it though. There's also some stuff like Marksman, increases your damage against headshots, but decreases it everywhere else. Headhunter, every headshot will increase your bullet damage up to 4 stacks. Skull Combustion, enemies hit by a headshot have a chance to explode. There's a lot of headshot perks. But anyway, you can feel free to look through any more of them. You should also buy armor, if you can. Armor is very nice. And blocks about 90% of damage when you get it fully upgraded. Let me get full auto and some damage upgrades, and that's it. It's mostly recommended just because zombies kill you very quickly in this game. The only reason I'm able to tank stuff is that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 perks dedicated to tanking damage. Let's rock and rumble. Yeah, so if you sit down there and you shoot zombies near me, you'll see my screen flash yellow, and that means that I'm getting healed and shield and stamina. Oh, they're all coming up here. Oh my god. Yeah. You see my screen just flash yellow there. I gotta heal. Yippee. Man, this gun does a lot of damage. You know what gun I would love to use? The Kar 15. Kar 15 is one of the guns from the demo pack. It has a underbarreled grenade launcher, and I would love to use it because it you can equip weapon mods on different weapons. Oh, bro got annihilated. That is so sad. Yeah, watch out for flamethrower visionary squad. It's pretty bad. Watch this. Yeah, they can try and hit me. Yeah, this is Thorns is doing it. Every time something hits me, I deal 15% wither damage to them. Wither damage deals, I think it said that would be 15% of a regular zombie's health. Which is important because some zombies have more health than others. But usually, around 150% wither damage will kill any basic zombie. Alright. I forgot this is a boss wave, so I can't just kind of... I can't fully mess around. Almost out of bullets. How do you unburn anyways? There is a perk that makes burn or any kind of status effect last for a shorter amount of time. But in terms of actual things you can do, there's not much, unfortunately. So you can use bandages. Bandages have a upgrade that makes you immune to status effects for 10 seconds after you use them. You can use Booster Kit, which makes you invincible for 10 seconds after you use it. These are both consumables that you can buy over here. I believe armor has a built-in resistance to most status effects since it just does so much damage reduction. And that usually lets you outlast most status effects. I think ammo was my real issue there. I didn't have enough of it. Alright, there we go. Now I have enough of it. Bloons stream when? Maybe. I doubt it though. Bloons is not very interesting to watch. Especially free play Bloons. It's just basically I fall asleep for 20 minutes and then I wake up, place things, and then fall back to sleep. Wizard Man Zombie too strong. That is true. Please nerf wizards. Yeah, I think I'll just stick up over here and chill out. You can buy rooftop access. There is a upgrade in the shop. So real, I'd watch. I would not. Yeah, I'm not sure what I would do if I were to play I think if I were to play a Bloons game, it would definitely be Battles 2. Because then I could actually play against another human being. And there would be some kind of something happening. And those games are typically much faster. Have I died this run? No, it's not real. Where's the push-up option? I got rid of it. I removed it. I could probably re-enable it. I think at some point I was, had really bad neck and back pain because I'm old and wrinkled and past my prime. And so I disabled it for that stream. But I'll re-enable it at some point. If I feel particularly motivated to. It'd be cool if the Overwatch had a chance to refill your armor. Or not armor, ammo. Drink water? Okay, I will do that in a second. I just ran out. I don't have any water. I have a fruit punch made with drink crystals. So it's like the imitation crab version of fruit punch. It tastes a lot like it, but I know it's not. It's made out of like, I don't know, rats. From the rat squeezer. You know how they have like a lemon, like how they make lemonade where they squeeze like a lemon? They squeeze rats to make the drink that I'm drinking. Probably. I don't know. I'm not throwing shade at whoever makes the drink crystals. Rat squeezer, yeah. I'm so funny. Such a funny guy. Yep, ammo successfully gotten. I did not die. Life is good. Yeah, after this round, I'll go get another drink, and yeah. By the way, it's not like different. It's not like the one way it differs from a lemon squeezer for lemonade is that it's not a different rat. It's the same rat, by the way. It's like you know, like the golden goose, how it like lays a golden egg and it's the only one. It's like that, except it's a juice rat. It's not like the rat isn't. It isn't made from rats. It's made from the juice that the juice rat creates. Yeah, it's a renewable resource. So actually, it's basically like green energy, like that whole renewable stuff thing. People are into that, right? That makes it less animal cruelty, I think. But who cares what I think? 29. Yay! Oh my god, I have so much money. All right, I'm gonna go get some juice. You do something with this money. /E dance. I'll be right back. You guys consider how a rat could be squeezed multiple times. Hey guys, it's me, Markiplier. Hey guys, it's me, Mark the Briar. Hey guys, it's me, Marked Down Dryer. It's time to play some video games. Next round, I'm gonna upgrade from M16 to. Do you ever get collector's anxiety? What? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think this is going pretty well. Besides that one life we lost, but that was a fluke. I think SDG pressed the throw button on his keyboard, and that's why we lost. Oh, what the heck? A ghoul. Oh, you get trapped in the... Oh, if you come down here, you can cut these doors. Unfortunately, roof access is only open during the day, unless you buy ladders, which will open it during the night. Man, when you're tanky, hard mode is so much easier than nightmare mode. That's what you did? Well, I think, I don't think it works on the doors up there. I think it only works on the doors down here. Unless you did that, which then I don't know. Yeah, this game is the reason I like this game is because it has just so many crazy perk combos. Like this is one of those games that's made for you to break it. Along basically any kind of sandbox game is what it kind of rubs shoulders with. There's a lot of content. Yeah, I mean it's really a lot of the same content, but how you approach it is what make it interesting. I like that a lot about a lot of games. Oh, we won. I was coming back. I was ready to survive like 5 more hours. But I guess we're done. Good work. Alright, I really do want to upgrade to the Car 15. Because that is my favorite mid-game weapon. I have 3,000. I think this gives me 4,000. That gives me enough for that and an upgrade. Which will probably be max ammo and a poison grenade. Make sure we have both of our ammos filled. Nice. Yeah, so now that you've bought roof access, you can come up here. You can buy ladders, though, which lets you move up and down at will throughout the night, which I'll buy now. Oh, never mind. They are 1.6k. There is a perk you can use called Rooftop Camper, which is a perk I forgot about, but that gives you damage, 15% more damage, 30% more accuracy, and 45% more range at level 3, as long as you're on the roof. Which is pretty nice. It's a pretty good deal. This should do a lot more damage. If you're good, you're posted up. I'll move down here. Yeah, just focus on those side lands. I got the middle. Yeah, one of the reasons I like this, I don't think I fully explained why I like this gun so much and why I want to use it late game. You can use a mod called a velocity mod, which is something you apply to weapons only and not to yourself. Which is usually used on grenade launchers, and it reduces the velocity, or not a velocity mod, a volley mod, which reduces your velocity. My bad. Velocity mod is the mod you can actually use, but not on this one, or you can use it, but I don't want to because it would suck. But what a volley mod does is it makes you it makes your attack speed faster, and it makes your reload speed faster, and it reduces your velocity, which on most grenade launchers is pretty bad because that means that your grenades drop faster and it makes it harder to aim for the most part. But on this gun, it's perfect because that gives you reload speed and attack speed on the main gun as well. So you get like crazy stats because velocity or volley mod is meant to be used on launchers and is not balanced for being used on an assault rifle. I don't know if it's a bug. It might be. But as long as they're not fixing it, I'm perfectly fine with using it for the rest of time. Quick question. What's your question, soldier? Are there nukes? There are grenades, and they can reach absurd, or there are explosives of all kinds, and those can reach pretty insane, what are they called? Sizes of the explosion. Especially with stuff like firework and other perks. Look at that. Lasted for the whole time. It might be a good idea to upgrade your sniper. There are much better snipers. There's the intervention, which is all about headshot damage. It deals 3 times damage. Then you have also, you can increase your headshot damage by 0.33%. You can also upgrade your scope damage. Pierce, no money for it. You can sell your current gun for all it's worth. And then upgrade to it. But there's also the M24, which is all about crits. You can get four stacks of 20%, so that's 80% crit chance. Or you can get, I don't think you can get it right now because you don't have the map for it, which I think is Swampland. You can get the M24. M24 is very good for crits. It is. It's, I think the only choice... it is one of the best sniper rifles. I think the only other choice is the M84, which is all the way over here, or M82. M82, I think, is a little bit better overall, but it doesn't have any crits at all. But this one does just more raw damage. Should I? Yes, you probably should. Upgrading to a better gun is pretty much everything. It is a massive jump in damage. You just want big damage. I mean, either would work then. M24 does big crit, which crits do, I think, 4 times damage. Question mark? And M82 does just massive raw damage. And also has, I think, more pierce. So either one works. Yeah, I guess it's just depending on the look that you want as well. Since you don't have any perks that scale off of a crit or... Oh, never mind, you have level 5. You could get another perk. You have 2 perk slots now. That is interesting. Yeah, remember to upgrade all your perks to level 3 as well. They get poison damage, radius, everything. I want it all. Yeah. Oh, I think your thing bugged. I can't see what you're putting on there anymore. Rooftop camper is probably the way to go. More damage, more range, more accuracy. Long shot? Long shot is also good. More damage. Rifleman is also good. More crit chance. Especially with M24, which would give you basically 100% crit chance. Which is pretty good. You can also get First Strike, which gives you 8, 16, 16 plus 8. That's that's a number for sure. And it'll give you a pretty good amount of damage. At least when you shoot somebody for the first time or above 85% of their maximum health, which is always. Alright, anyway. Let's do this. It's time to duel. Alright, I should do my drink. I got the drink and I didn't actually do it. Alright. Let's do this. Let's tussle. Let's do a little bit of a funky maneuver here. Go all the way over here, gather them all up. Blam! Beautiful. Do it again. Nice. Harder to aim, though. Yeah, it is. Oh wait, are you talking with M24? M24, yeah, I think it's iron sights, unless I think it does have a scope upgrade on it. So that would help. Oh, I completely forgot about Charge Shot. Charge Shot is absolutely an upgrade you should be getting, or a perk you should be getting. Charge Shot is actually really, like, it's outrageous how good it is. I forgot about, like, the main sniper perk. The perk of time. Charge Shot makes it so that when you scope in, you start charging up your next shot, and that can deal up to like 400% more damage. It is strong. You can also use it with, I think, fast forward makes it so you can charge up shots faster. And I think it also scales with your attack speed. I'm not sure though. Danger? Uh-oh. I better... Oh dear. Oh. Sniper didn't steal enough kills. Rip. Yeah, where is it? Charge shot right here. Gain increased bullet damage the longer you aim down sights with scoped weapons. Charge resets with each shot. Fully charged shots ignore armor. Ignores armor is also very, very good for specific enemies. Destroyers, miners, field zombies, heavy armor zombies, anything with armor, this ignores it. Plus 4,000% max damage at max level. Where can I get sights? I believe the M24 should have a... Yeah, it has a telescopic sight upgrade. If you wanted to get the... if you wanted to get the iron sights back, you would probably have to sell it and rebuy it. I don't think you can unsell an upgrade. Let me get some stuff over here. Buy this. Buy this. Repair. There you go. Very nice. Make sure you refill your ammo. Oh, I should refill the ammo box as well. I don't think I'll be using it that much, but it is nice to have. Alright, let's do this. Once more. Yeah, and Charge Shot is also really good specifically with M24, since crit and damage bonus upgrades aren't additive; they're multiplicative. So you have the base damage, then you have the what's it called? Oh, I forgot I'm on grenade launcher mode. Then you have the damage buff from Charge Shot, and every other damage buff like it. So stuff like anything that has a percent plus damage on it is applied first, and then you have the crit, and that is applied to the final damage number from the percentages. And since M24 always gets crit, that almost always applies. And you can also have things that apply more damage to more enemies, stuff like skull combustion, which makes it so your damage, or when you headshot something as they have a chance to explode and kill all enemies around them. And then you also have stuff like critical shock, which when you headshot an enemy with a crit, it will, or if you hit an enemy with a crit, it will bounce to 3 nearby enemies, which is basically multiplicative since you're applying damage to 4 enemies and it's not reduced by any way. Actually, yeah, I think you can get 100% crit with just Rifleman and on M24, since you also have what's it called? The I should be using my grenade launcher. What am I doing? I forget I can do things, such as the life of a half tank. Sweet. Good work. Yeah, I take a lot of ammo since I'm basically refilling 2 guns. Let me refill that. Now I just need to get those 4 damage upgrades. And then life will be good. Yeah, since you can have the 80% crit from that, you get the 16% crit from Rifleman, I believe. No, 12% chance. And then you also get the, if you have night vision goggles with the weak spot upgrade, you have 5% chance. So that is 97% chance to crit with a crit upgraded M24. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, these are the kinds of games I like. Stuff where you can make like a billion different builds. So you can customize your character exactly how you like it. I like a lot of RPGs and MMOs and stuff like this where you can do these kind of things. Especially if you're playing with other people or it's a multiplayer game where you can share just how dog your build is with other people and they can laugh at you. It's fantastic. Yo, what's good from Denim Jeans? No way. It's going. We are currently on wave 14 of the Final Stand 2. That's pretty much it. That's the down low. We're playing. It's right now. It's just me and SDG. If you want to join, you can. It is not illegal, not yet at least. With the current political landscape, who knows what'll happen though. It might be illegal to have fun in the future. You got it, boss. I'll just stand right here. Get some ammo real quick. Yeah, especially the launcher bit of this gun. Launchers usually take 10 ammo for each one bullet they refill. Red tint, yeah, it means the boss wave. Every 5 waves is the boss wave. Okay, boom, big money. Alright, we have 89K. But what to do with it? I guess we will buy ourselves... Can we buy ourselves a Scar? We could. Yeah, let's do that. Unfortunately, there's no upgrades we can get for it yet, but we are now dealing about 2 times the damage we were dealing before. Yeah, if you have a chance to upgrade like 3 tiers up on the weapons, you pretty much always take it. Because as much as upgrades will help you on a one gun, buying a whole new gun is usually better. Which is how it should be. Because it also costs a lot more money. Even if you have what is it called? Even if you buy every gun, you lose a lot more money that way. If you know you can hold on with the damage you currently have, it's usually better to just hold out for a better gun. You want to make as little transition as possible. That is why Bargainer is used by so many people, is because that removes that. You can sell guns at full price and not have to worry about reselling multiple guns. Because you can just buy whatever gun you want and then sell it later for 100% of its value. Because right now you can only sell guns for, I think, 80% of their value. Which is still fine, but it's not as much. Especially once stuff starts getting a little bit more expensive. /E wave. Let's do this. The sights in this thing are kind of giga balls. It's probably because they're going. It's probably because this is they're probably going after how, realistically how the Scar's sight looks, because sights in most games, they don't actually have that big of a hole on the actual iron sight. They're usually much smaller, and they actually use a optical effect to make themselves look larger. Or at least like a psychological optical effect to make them look larger in our eyes. Because if you had a sight that was, or if you had an iron sight that was as big as the sights are in games, they would be pretty much useless. You would not be able to hit a thing more than 300 meters out. But if you move it into a video game where we do not use where we do not see through actual eyeballs, then the effect doesn't work, and thus we have these very small pinhole sights if we are using realistic guns. So usually games just expand out that hole to make it look a little bit more like how you'd expect it to look. It's interesting. It also depends on your monitor. Maybe. So that's why, yeah, if you play like a more realistic game that uses the fully one-to-one weapon models, the sights can feel like this, where you basically can't use them. Oh, I probably should have done this sooner, but I gotta get some ammo. Hold on. That's fine. I have 2 ammo upgrades and speed hands, so I can get the ammo pretty quick. Alright. Hold on, I got it. Feel free to pitch in, though. Alright, nice. That's pretty much this round 1, now that I've refilled my ammo. Boss is down. Now we just have to deal with the rest of this wave. Later on, the wave stops being so much about the boss. Yeah, like usually you can just handle a boss with like a single bait or 2. But the real problem with boss waves is that they just take a bajillion years. Like, waves already start to take longer the further you get into the game. But boss waves are usually double the regular round length. I am gonna die, bro. I probably should have started running. Alright, GG. It's a shame nobody else is popping in. Otherwise, I'm sure we'd be doing a lot better. There's no pitch sound in the gun sounds at all. Yeah, there's not. This is not a new game, so it still gets updated, but it's not a new experience by any means. So I don't imagine it would have a bunch of the modern conveniences. You can also collect awards. You probably should have an award for getting level 1, level 5. maybe some challenges if you've done any already. Some of them are quite easy and you can pretty much auto-complete them. Those will give you a few perk points. I would do is put on Charge Shot and keep Rifleman, and then just get rid of Overwatch, because I don't need the healing. I got a bunch of self heal from all my perks, and it's also more useful if we have more people, since it's an AOE effect. It affects if you have 5 people, and it heals all of them. Let me buy my flintlocks, and we will go. Boink. Boom. Let me see if I can put another thing on here. I cannot. Rip. This is a robbery. You'll have to catch me first. Yeah, pop all the way down here. We can pretty much spawn camp them these first 4 rounds. You can spam left click faster than that. Come on. I mean, actually, I can't assume. You might be missing a finger. That'd be a pretty bad disability. Like being a Libra, which is also a pretty bad disability. Blamers. Not that big of an issue, especially since I might be using my feet. Hey, I'm not one to judge. Actually, I am. I will be one to judge, so don't do anything weird, please. Alright, now I will buy every single upgrade for the flintlock since they're very cheap. I imagine your first weapon will be this. The flintlock rifle. Getting kind of late. You're gonna go to bed? I will see you around. How do you give money? G. Press G on your keyboard. Find me, and then type in an amount of money. I'm craving $900. Yippee! Bye-bye. /eWave. Let's grab our ammo. And there goes our only help. It might be so over, guys. /eWave. I like all the... I doubt I'll ever buy, like, dedicated emotes. I will always just be using these stock ones. They're just too funny. So silly and goofy. being around when those first came out. The /E dance, /E wave, /E laugh, all that. And the biggest, that was like the coolest thing. How are you doing that? You're doing like what? I remember seeing like one YouTube video where a guy was dancing, and I was like, how was he doing it? I must know. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We were, or at least I was entertained by the little things. Yeah, because I am a certified Roblox old head. I was around when I was around, I think it was 20. I'd say the earliest I could place myself would probably be around 2010. I first joined Roblox, I'd say. You were around when SDG started playing Roblox? No way! That's huge. Okay, let's buy invested income. That'll give us an extra $750. What else was happening around that time? 2008 on Roblox.com. Am I, or not 2008, 2010? Not much. I mean, that's when Builders Club was still around. We still had Tix. We had it all, man. Any person who was willing to wait for 10 days could buy themselves Robloxian 2.0. You didn't even have to reach for that credit card. That's back when it was still a platform for children. It was freaking epic. Roblox was a lot of what I played back then. I guess it's a lot of what I play now. It was that and Wizard 101, baby. I would play a lot more Wizard 101. Actually, I would actually play a lot more of it now if I didn't, or if I wanted to pay for it, which I don't. That's why I like Star Wars: The Old Republic so much, or Knights, or what is it, Knights of the Old Republic? Is it Knights of the Old Republic? Is that the MMORPG? Because that one's free. Or at least, you know, semi-free. There are some stuff you can buy in it, but I don't think it's like anything that you have to buy. Which is awesome. I understand that not everybody can do that, though. Not everybody's like Disney, where they can afford to just put out something big for free. Gave a Wizard 101 kind of peek. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but it was pretty fun. One of the things I really liked about Wizard 101, and I think what makes it like take off really for anybody who was around my age, was that it was really, really easy to understand, even if you had no idea what was going on. Because like the number one thing in any RPG is making numbers get higher. Making, or at least MMORPGs, is making numbers get crazy high. But if you are a child, if you are an infant, you got no idea what any of these numbers mean. What the hell is willpower? What the hell is an intelligence score? What the hell is crit chance? So you got no idea what the hell any of these numbers mean, but Wizard 101, it doesn't have that. It just has symbols. you don't know what this symbol is, but it looks like something that does damage, so it probably does. I think it's a pretty good way of doing things when you can't read, or at least you don't have the patience to read, which, oh my god, you definitely don't have it now. I've always worried about becoming like how the what is it? How the what is it? Like, you know, the stereotypical last generation, how they always go, "Oh, these kids these days have it so easy." I feel like a lot of kids my age, or at least I guess I'm just an adults my age now, I feel like we're not doing that a lot. I feel like we're not saying, "Oh, you kids these days have it so easy," because really you don't. Like it is bad because most kids are growing up with the internet now. Because when I was growing up, it was the Wild West of the internet, man. My computer was eggshell white, and I had no idea what was going on. I went on PBS Kids, and that was about the long and short of it. But kids these days, they got algorithms designed to keep their attention firmly locked on whatever they want. It's because what is it, like the stereotypical Gen Alpha is brain rotted to hell, and I imagine a lot of stereotypical adults would say, "Oh, they got no culture. They don't know anything good." And they would blame them for it. I don't blame them for it at all. It's, you know, it's what they're kind of growing up with. I don't know. Why am I getting into such a deep conversation about this? But it's pretty interesting. Yeah, but anyway, I don't want to. That's definitely not the kind of person I want to blame for what they've done. If anything, I want to blame the people like me who would who might have raised a person like that. All right, I can just go get ammo. Or actually, no, I don't have time to go all the way back. I'll just use my thorns. I mean, mostly. I'm going to wrap it back around it again, but mostly what I blame it on is transportation. There's no way to do anything that I did as a kid anymore. Like, you can't, like, run over to a friend's house and, like, hang out. Unless you want to drive there, and you can't drive there because you're a child, so you have to get your mom to drive you there. And then you have to ask someone every time you want to do a damn thing. You end up not doing a damn thing. What a mess, huh? Let's see, what upgrades do I still need on this? Accuracy, please. I don't know how I started this conversation. Sometimes I have half of a conversation with myself. I seem to do that a lot. I have half the conversation with myself in my mind, and then I spit out the end of that conversation, and it usually has nothing to do with what I was just talking about. That happens sometimes. Okay, I have a good amount of ammo, and I will be able to refill, hopefully, if I left enough ammo in there to do so. If not, I have thorns. That should keep me alive for a good bit. Blam! Yeah, but with all the stuff I'm seeing, especially with people in power, kids these days are gonna have it tough. It's not gonna be easy. At least if you're trying to do something substantial with your life. It seems to be probably the easiest time to grow up if you want to be a mindless drone. And if you end up being that, hey, I don't blame you. It's what this country produces at this point. Their freaking main export. What else would I contribute it to? Yeah, it's just that there's, yeah, most of what I can, most of what people would usually blame on the children, you can usually blame it on their parents. Like what is it? If somebody's like too overprotective of their child, and they like don't let them wander around, like in somewhere like in most places in Europe where buildings are kind of closer together and there's actually somewhere to walk. Usually they just let kids go out free, and then, you know, as long as you're back by a certain time, then you're good. But here in US and Canada, you can't get anywhere unless you drive, and if you do decide to walk, it's going to take you a damn while. I'm going to take a run back to the ammo box real quick. So you can't like go hang out with your friends or anything. I feel like I was wrapping around to a point that I was going to make. I think I kind of lost it. I got lost in the sauce a little bit. I am going to get these last 3 upgrades. And that's pretty much all I can buy. I don't think I really want to buy anything else, really. I'll buy damage upgrades. And I'll refill the ammo box. That's all I really need. Yeah, but really it's just ease of moving to places. Because if you can't move somewhere to interact with something else, or, you know, hang out with somebody, or do something other than wander around, you end up needing to, you know, ask other people to drive you places. Then you end up just not doing it all, and then you end up on your computer all day. Or on an iPad, or on something. That's kind of brought us up to what we're currently living in. Which is where children are being raised by YouTube and all that. Which is not a good parent. Corporations are never good parents. Corporations would eat you alive and then gaslight you into paying for it, rather to make $1. It's nuts. So trusting them with your children's future, not good. Don't do it. If you ever find yourself in that, with that particular dialogue tree. Oh, I gotta run back. They're coming from the other angle now. And just in time, too. Hello. Boom. Come this way. Thank you. Wham. Yeah, not this time, pal. I need to get the sniper. I need to upgrade him fast. Unless I can find myself a teammate. I might message the Final Stand 2 Discord. this way. Yeah, I'm just thinking on what my next build once I do prestige. Actually, what should I'm also wondering what I should be prestiging in terms of perks. It's really, I really would love to prestige something like Double Down or what is it, Iron Leech or Thorns or something like that. But the pull of gym membership is just really strong because gym membership is kind of crazy. I'm going to sell this and buy an assault rifle so I can keep doing that task. Because I'm almost halfway done with it. That'll give me 12k XP, which is always welcome. Yeah, because I do, yeah. Because prestiging, what's it called? What is it? Prestiging gym membership gives you the last 2 levels of every bodybuilding perk, or every bodybuilding upgrade, which is huge. That is 10% more reload speed and melee swing speed. That is 50 more health, 0.5 more regen, 50 max stamina, 5 max stamina regen, and 2 more weight, or one more weight. It's so much. It's so much upgrade. It's so much value. And it, what is it? Every single upgrade here costs a lot. And usually you would need to buy that to reach your max, which is just a lot of money. I mean, the max value for a prestiged gym membership is 180k. Or no, yeah, it is 180k. It's a lot of money. And just having it for free is probably the most value I think you can get out of any yellow perk. I think I'll stand up here from now on. I know a lot of people stand over here during endgame. Oh, right. This gun is burst until I buy the thing. Burst is usually used, at least in real life, to conserve ammunition. So you don't use it all with like a full auto spray. But honestly, it has kind of the opposite effect in this game. You only need 1 shot to kill something. It doesn't really help you save ammo, since you use more ammo than you need most of the time, unless they take exactly 3 shots to kill, which is only usually the case for like a round. And if it ticks over to 4, you're wasting 3 shots, or you're wasting 2 shots. And then if it ticks down to 2, then you're wasting 1 shot. And then it gets even more ridiculous the further you go. I guess another reason I'm doing this stream is just to stay awake. I'm trying to reset my sleep schedule. So what better way to stay awake than to keep a bunch of people watching me? Keep me honest. And also because I haven't done a stream in a while. Mostly for that reason. I've been sleeping all day, every day. And I don't really want to be yelling around in the middle of the night. That's not a good look. I'm almost to level 29. Or at least I'm halfway there. That is nice. Let's get custom receiver, magazine size. That is all. There we go. And I should get some ammo upgrades as well. Nice. All right. A good amount of bullets. It would be quite fun to do a melee build. I've done a few melee tank builds, and I haven't quite been able to get it down. But I think for this next one, we're just going to go double down build. Which is usually conducive to a melee build as well. Because a lot of perks that work well with melee also work well with double down. Stuff like Savage and stuff like Life Infusion and what's it called? Life or Scavenger and Life Leech, etc. But yeah, probably one of the main two perks I'm looking for are Retaliation and the Thorns. Thorns, I love Thorns. Thorns is so freaking good. It's 1,500% wither damage, 15% at a time. That's enough to kill 15 zombies. As long as you kill stuff semi-frequently. It's 4 per kill. Which is 4 times 15. It's 30. It's 60%. So with 2 kills, that's a single thing. That is way more than something like Savage gives. And you just should be willing to take some damage. Which I definitely am. I love taking damage. Hey, good work, guys. Yeah, I bought all these. Nice. Let me buy 2 of these so I don't have to do it later. Let me buy 2 times ammo, buy all these, so I'm never caught out with no ammo. That's pretty much all I need. Cool. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna play a quick 3-minute ad, and then I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Just had to do something real quick. But not anymore. I think we need 50... No, what was it? It was 50k to buy our next assault rifle, the Kar-15. Yeah, Kar-15 right now is mainly acting as a replacement of the AK-47. Which it's doing just fine at. I guess it's a good thing I'm using assault rifles this time around, so I can use Scar, which has a scope on it. Then I can spawn and kill it from very far away, if I can. Okay, it's halfway. I think I'll quickly grab... Oh, we have headless zombies. That's not the worst uncommon. But it also isn't affected by Charmer, which is not great. I mean, it'd be really bad if it was, because Headless Fire is bad. I think it does the most damage of anything in this game that isn't max health damage. If you don't have, like, crazy resistance to status effects, it will instantly destroy you. Hold on, I gotta itch my eyeball. Stay back. I'm itching my eyeball. What a pain. It's nice to see I can carry myself. I do worry about that sometimes, and I'm just kind of being carried by other people. But I seem to make it decently far by myself. Just made it to wave 10. So that is 10k. That's 20k. Plus the 38. Is that enough to buy our 60k is what it is. Yep, that is enough to buy it. Nice. It's a pretty big gamble to do that, but I gotta stick by what I said, where every time you can buy a new weapon, you probably should. So now I have the opportunity to, and if I don't do it, then I look like a hypocrite. And I am that, but not with this. Alright, let's do this. Kill zombies with assault rifle. Let me grab some ammo real quick. I keep on treating this ammo box like it's the early game one where it takes like 3 years to take some ammo out. No, I fully upgraded it, so we're all good. Sweet. Yeah, I really like building half tanks in this game. Tanks where you do a little bit of tanking, but you also do a little bit of something else. Usually damage. That's why I like stuff like spiked shields so much with this build. But I might be changing off it to something else. What it might be, I don't know. Maybe pistols? Because I also do want to go Midas Touch. Pistols do give a lot of damage bonus. Nice, that was a good one. Okay, let's reload this gun as well. I want to reload again. Let me do that real quick. Well, this guy's staring at me. Reload everything. Alright. Back in business. Alright, a little bit of worry, but nothing I can handle. A little bit of worry is good. A lot of worry is not good. So let's try and keep that one out. For this particular moment. You gotta let it in eventually, though. Which kind of blows. But what can you do? That is a good question to ask. What can you do? It's definitely not good to be third-personing it here, but it's easier. And I love taking shortcuts to easy success. Okay. Refill the bullets. Up the ammo capacity. I will never be buying the ammo quality. This doesn't really do much. Reload, or no, max ammo first, definitely. Then reload speed. And then one upgrade of poison bomb. I think next round I'll fully upgrade my armor. And then I should definitely be getting some shop upgrades of all kinds. Yeah, it's a shame I can't upgrade my ammo on my grenade launcher. Alright, now they're coming from all sides. They're coming from this side as well now. I believe. Wraiths coming from there. Trouble is abound. Let's rock and rumble. Yeah, Thorns just makes it a lot easier to take care of multiple targets at once. Because you can focus on one guy, and if something ends up sneaking up behind you, like a Wraith or a Dredge Wraith or just a zombie from another spawn point, you can kill them anyway. Because they just hit you, and then they get hit back. It's a shame you can't use Thorns with deflection and deal damage to them for no downside. But I can see why that might not be a thing they're looking for. It also lets me reload without taking damage, or at least too much damage. Oh no, I forgot. I didn't mean to reload there. I'm gonna do a quick refill. Yep, there's a wraith sound. He's gonna be hitting me in just a second. Doesn't matter. I have thorns. Invincible killing machine. Something I do want to play a little bit of. I don't know, on the channel or on stream or otherwise. Play a little bit of Quasimorph. I just gotta turn off dialogue for that specific game. But otherwise, yeah, the game would be quite fun because it has like that tension that makes streams fun. Will he win? Will he not? And then gives me some stakes as well with the gear I bring in. And it is also another one where you can build some crazy stuff. What are we doing? We are upgrading our armor to full. That's what I was doing. And then getting this and upgrading it, and that's it. That's all I can afford. Broke as hell. I think last time I lost around wave 15, which is a pretty respectable place to lose solo hard. Or I think last time we lost was with SDG with us. It'd be really nice if we could bunch them up. I wish there was some, or I think, I don't know if there is, but I need some mods that reduce range and increase like damage without decreasing accuracy. So I can put it on this gun. Although it would be a hard sell to put anything on this gun that isn't volley. This volley is just too good. Oh no, a bot message. I am devastated. I'll delete that in a second. Man, when I'm on my own, I get these done a lot faster. I guess it's because usually I play with new players and they're kind of indecisive about what they're doing. They're picking perks. Oh right, they've been digging through that barrier this whole time. I don't know if I would want it to tell me that they're breaking my barrier, because that would be nice. Because I only really know once I get to the shop, and by that point it's too late. It was almost too late there. Now I gotta focus on shop stuff. So repair this, repair this, repair this. Alright, now double the health, barbed wire. Double the health. Barbed wire. No. Floodlights. Alright, cool. Now we're just a little bit tougher in every direction. Nice to see it. Just block off that part of the screen. Yeah. I just, every time I find a bot, I just like put tape over that part of my screen. There's a lot of tape on my screen right now, and I don't want to take them off because what if the bot's behind it again? And then once my screen is fully covered in tape, then I just get a new monitor. And I kind of repeat the process. It's a terrible system. Don't emulate it. What? Was it called Whiteout? I wouldn't recommend it. But you do you? You've posted the final date time? Nice. Who knows? Maybe I'll run for the next one. Once I see what the president actually does. If anything. Maybe it'll be like real life where they do absolutely nothing. Because I got some pretty good ideas of some people that could be put into prisons for political reasons. So yeah, being a president would be pretty cool. It would definitely cut out the middleman of me having to buy all my presidents. Bribes are expensive, man. Well, they still don't have free healthcare. I mean, honestly, the free or the non-free healthcare, I don't think is that much of an issue, as long as your insurance pays for it, and that's what the real problem is that your insurance usually doesn't. 25% of cases, your insurance is screwing you out of your money. Honestly, at this point, I'd take. I don't think I will get any kind of insurance except for the ones I need, which are like stuff like cars, where you need to have insurance so that you can show them to the police or something. I don't know. I'm not like I'm gonna do much with a car anyway. But honestly, you could just take that insurance and then the money you would have spent on insurance and just make that be what they would have paid you, and just have it like in a cookie jar in your bank account. Because then I feel like at some point, if you play it, like, you might be like, oh, I'll just play it safe so I won't get an injury, and then they can't even deny me. But then you're just playing right into their hands. They don't want you to get injured. They want you to just keep paying them forever. So really the only point where insurance would be super useful is like you get it and then you basically immediately get hurt without having any kind of prerequisite that would have wanted you to get hurt. So like you get mugged on the streets, or I don't know how. I don't know what insurance we're talking about. I guess like if we're talking like health insurance, like if you get stabbed, you have to go into the hospital. That would be it would be a good time to buy insurance the day before that. There's a unpredictable event, so they can't raise your premiums, and it'd be pretty easy to justify why you should get the money for that. Pretty much any other event, not great. Well, then they will say it's insurance fraud. I wouldn't put it past them. Oh, I should have bought the sniper. That's my bad. I really do not want to touch this headless fire. It can kind of bite you. Invalid invite? Yeah, probably. I'll throw up a new invite there. I'll have to fix the Nightbot message as well. Didn't you put it on infinite? I might have. I might have also generated a new link, which I think destroys the old link. It shouldn't. I don't know. It's been doing that for a second where it destroys itself every once in a while. It might also be due to some kind of change in the server or in Discord itself. It could be any number of things. But yeah, I'll fix it. You're already in my Discord server? Cool. Peek. Oh, we're entering a boss round. We are now wave 15. Nice. Great work. Myself. Okay, Twitch. Alright, let me buy Sniper, because that is a pretty essential upgrade here. What else do I need? Nothing really here. I'll buy AP rounds, and I need to buy Wither rounds sometime soon. Repair the barrier. Protective barrier. Actually, protective barrier will really help because I have a perk called Spiked Shield. Right here. The higher your resistance, the more damage you deal, and protective barrier makes me have more resistance, which will give me more kill. Suppressing your emotions. Such is life. Stop having fun! What are you doing? Silly goose. No more having fun. Cut it out. Alright, and now hopefully this guy will put in some work. That's a decent chunk of them. You're a programmer. Should you have fun? I don't know. Programming's pretty easy. You just sit at the computer and you turn rage and caffeine into code, and yeah. So there's not really any kind of it is time consuming. So there's not really any time to insert fun into that equation. My machine is a my body is a machine that turns wish listed games into least played games. Yeah? I wouldn't know. I'm not a programmer. The only programming language I know is the only thing I can do related to programming is I could make you a really bad website in HTML, and I could play around with Scratch. Scratch is the GOAT. Oh, I ran out of bullets. Oh, I probably should get some of those before the boss pops out. Could a nice tool that'll help us later. I'm almost out of armor. You'd play it cool for a little bit. I don't think that's gonna happen though, especially with the boss coming right now. I'm gonna sit behind the barrier. Oh, there he is. Poison him. Okay, there we go. Now we're just gonna chill out. Shoot these guys. And barrier goes down. That's boss down. Nice. Okay, we won. Good work, guys. We did it. You had to recreate a website without using CSS but using a framework? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah, pal. I don't know what that is. I only use the very basics of HTML. I know how to make a square and make it larger and make it have a texture and make that texture tile. I could probably, if I was given a quick moment to Google search it, I could probably recreate something. And have text. Right. My bad. And I could maybe if I really applied myself, I could probably make that text into a hyperlink. I'm gonna get some ammo. Slashers are not a fun one to fight. Those are the guys with those guys with like the red and the blade arm. 'Cause they go through, I believe, 50% of resistance, which is kind of my main way of tanking. So it makes my life very difficult. If they are able to hit me, which usually they aren't, because they are also as weak as regular zombies. Oh. GG. Mr. Ice Cream Rain. How's it going? We're just talking about HTML and CSS and how to code a website. I'm not talking about how to code a website. I barely know how to. I'm barely a functioning adult. I don't know how to code a website. But SDG apparently does. So he's talking at me, and I'm not listening. I can't. I'm too busy gaming. But don't tell him that. I'm going to sell this. and buy this. Repair that. Where's Double Trouble? I need 1k more. Alright. That's fine. It's good. Busy on doing the kitchen and doing your streams again. Redoing your kitchen. Oh, what are you doing to it? Oh, I gotta get my armor as well. New floors and counters, nice. It's always nice to have a fresh space. Yeah, what have we been talking about through the course of the stream? We've been talking about this game, how I like RPGs and MMOs, the games I played when I first started gaming, that being Wizard 101 and Roblox. And we're talking about how, I don't know if anybody was around to hear me yap about it for 20 minutes, but I was talking about how kids these days have it a lot tougher than I did, that's for sure. And other than that, not much else. Everything? Yeah. What's your opinion about World of Warcraft? I haven't played it. I probably wouldn't play it. I'm definitely not big on the subscription model. If there, even if it's like ludicrously expensive, if there's ever like a permanent option in any subscription service, I usually go for that. There used to be a permanent premium mode option where you would just buy it once. I think it was back when Builders Club was a thing. But on, at least on Roblox, there was a premium Builders Club, or before Builders Club, now premium, where you could buy it permanently. You could just buy it once and it was just done. And I think it was like $132. That is a steal nowadays. You could spend $132 in a minute with in the current game. But yeah, I've never played anything to do with World of Warcraft. I know Reckon Nick has played, a fellow Roblox streamer. I know he plays Rogue. I don't know how much he knows about it. But if you know anything about World of Warcraft, he'd be the guy to talk to. 'Cause he at least knows. He's at least played it once. Yeah, but my preferred MMOs have always been either Knights of the Old Republic or Wizard 101 / Pirate 101. Both work. Both are kind of peak. You've been playing Fortnite a lot? I think I've played Fortnite once, and it really did not like my graphics card. So I did not play it much. I don't think I'm missing out on too much. It's Battle Royale, which is probably my least favorite game mode. Unfortunately. Since it seems like it's all the rage. Actually, no, it doesn't seem like, or at least it used to be. But now it seems to be like co-op games. In quotes, horrors. So stuff like Phasmophobia, Repo, the other one that I can't think of right now, are all kind of the ones I'm thinking. Alright, let's buy Double Trouble. We have 2 snipers now. Deep Megs. You only play the first few chapters? Yeah, I haven't played anything to do with Fortnite, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on how much I would like the gameplay, but I'll never know. I've been getting back into, in terms of games I've been playing recently, Dead by Daylight has been a big one. I've been liking playing Dead by Daylight, mostly Dredge, my beloved. Other than that, I play Trapper, I play, that's it. I played Dredge and Trapper, I played a little bit of Doctor until I realized I didn't like it. Right now for you just looks like a cash grab. What? Fortnite? Maybe. Most of the stuff that you can buy seems cosmetic. So unless you consider the fashion to be a big part of the gameplay, unless there is, I don't know. That's just from what I've seen. Skins seem to be the main thing. Started doing repo again with mods. I've never done anything like that. I played Phasmophobia. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good game if you play it solo. But the co-op is the main part, and the co-op kind of takes a lot of the horror out of it, unfortunately. Because it's kind of hard to be scared when somebody walks up beside you, spine bent 90 degrees, looking directly up into the sky while screaming song lyrics. Yeah, at that point it's kind of hard to be scared of anything. That's the problem with most Roblox horror games, is they're all co-op, which all instantly removes the tension from any of them. Or at least they gotta do it in a good way, where it separates people. Because if they're all moving as one unit, then you can't be scared. Like, you're making jokes, you could see the most horrifying thing manifest in front of your very eyes, and it would be funny because Jose Gonzalez 2005 is right next to you, and that's a pretty funny username. But cool Roblox horror games are few and far between, but usually they're single player, which makes it very hard to suggest to Roblox streamers, I've found, because most Roblox streamers play horror games with friends, which usually means they're not looking for horror games at all. So it makes it very hard to suggest stuff. You want to play Blox Fruits for fun, but that might get your public opinion down. Blox Fruits, it's all right. If you like RPGs, I'd play Arcane Odyssey instead. Arcane Odyssey is pretty much just the same as Blox Fruits, but it's way better made. And it's not as grindy as Blox Fruits. Blox Fruits, you need to like I think it's the same amount of, I think Arcane Odyssey you can grind up to max level much faster, but it would be fine if Blox Fruits if its quests weren't all the same. That used to be a problem with Arcane Odyssey, where it's all of its quests. You could repeat quests over and over and over again. But now they made it so that you can only do a quest once, but once you do a quest, it's done, and you can't do it again. What am I doing? I am upgrading this. And then I'm going to probably get one upgrade for my Scar. If I can. Max ammo, that sounds good. Fast hands. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. which is unfortunate. And it's also a game you also got to kind of take into account that it is a game made for children. So I can't expect an incredible incredible horror experience that will like scar me for life. It's I think the big one that probably did it was Five Nights at Freddy's. As soon as the first Five Nights at Freddy's came out, and everyone after that, jump scares became the currency of every horror game. And unfortunately, jump scares just aren't that. They aren't horror. They're an image that pops up on screen and startles you. That's like saying tickling somebody is a joke. It's just not true. Yeah, you tickled me and I laughed, but I didn't make it funny. It's just reaction to physical stimuli. The first Five Nights at Freddy's gets a pass because it did have a lot of tension in it, like in its atmosphere, at least through the first few nights. But once you get it like down to the gameplay, where like you're losing quite often, every time you lose, it cuts all the tension of the game, and you're losing a lot, especially as you go to the harder difficulties, like if you go to custom night and stuff like that. Hold on, I'm reading your message. Something, the one scene outside with the white car going down. What are you talking about? Okay, this is going quite well. I think we could beat this. Yeah, my favorite Roblox horror game is probably Jim's Computer, which doesn't actually have any jump scares. It just has a whole lot of tension. And that's what I like about it. I'll have to look at it in a second. I am predisposed, as you can see. Ammo time. Cool. I think we'll use this money to buy ourselves a better scar. Right, let me check this image. What do we got? Oh, right. Yeah, okay. I don't think I had that one as a kid, mostly because I didn't go on YouTube that much. That was back when there were a lot of worse things on YouTube. Like you could go onto YouTube and just straight up seeing somebody get beheaded. So I wasn't allowed to go on YouTube because probably for the best. Yeah. But so I didn't see that particular one. But I do know the significance. Okay, what am I doing here? Accuracy, no. I'll add the scope. Just in case. Refill the ammo. Refill the barrier. That's it. Whew. I'm getting tired, but I must persevere. Oh, I gotta refill my armor as well. Let me do that. Yeah, so now I can do that and this. Unfortunately, it doesn't switch right to the site. Instead, you have to scope out and scope back in. But this is acceptable. I don't know if I'll use it that much. Like, for situations like this, I'll probably use it. That was a big clump of enemies. Unfortunately, I didn't have my grenade launcher anymore. MC edition? Minecraft? Or something else? Mobile car? Miniature cat? Microchasm? Minecraft, okay. Yeah, there was a... I grew up watching a lot of the Diamond Minecart, and that was back when Minecraft was like his whole thing. And he did a good few horror maps that are they probably weren't that good, but at the time they felt pretty good. And of course, as a child, I had no culture, so I had no clue what was good. So it was just, it was just a pretty good map, and I had no reference. So it became the best map I've ever seen. But yeah, alongside not having not watching a whole lot of YouTube, I also didn't play any games like on Steam or like downloaded from the internet. So so I probably wouldn't have seen a whole lot of like the actual non-Roblox, non-Minecraft horror games. Once again, probably for the best. Because like some of the horror games I saw at the very beginning of my horror game expedition was stuff like I think one of the first ones was Before Dawn, which was, I think it's actually getting a movie adaptation pretty soon, but it was like a Telltale kind of game where you did like choices that would affect decisions, but in the Telltale kind of way where it's like the illusion of choice. And what was it? There is, I think I skipped forward in a video of somebody playing it, and I just straight up saw somebody getting sawed in half by a industrial piece of machinery. And then I turned off that video and took a cold shower. Something that's scared you to this point is 1x1 crawl spaces with 90-degree turns. Yeah, claustrophobia is a big one. Not being able to move while with potentially something after you is not good. I wish I could get that pierce. Go ahead, shot damage. I'll probably get SSR kit at some point. Let me refill my armor. And I'm also going to get the ammo vest so I can pick up more armor. And I also got to refill the base. Hmm. I think I had like a minor case of what was it called? Megalophobia, fear of big things. Because my number one fear as a kid was the largest version of the ghast. Because back then in Minecraft, ghasts could come in multiple different sizes, and there was like the small ones and then the big ones. And the big ones were very scary to me. I might have a little bit of that still left in me. Fear of big things, not fear of ghasts. But the because I do find large things to be very not scary, but kind of intriguing, and gives you a moment of pause to look at them. But I guess that's just interest. Hmm. Ugh. I am dehydrating as we speak. My mouth is dry. I must find hydration from the nearest source. Any puddles on the ground? Water bottles owned by other people. I'll take anything. I'm going to die, bro. Oh dear, they've broken through. This is no good. Alright. Oh, it is a boss wave too. No! Alright, guys, we might be cooked this round. Shoot all these guys, and then refill ammo. Alright, keep shooting. Do not let these guys touch us. Those are the ones that are gonna shred us. Oh, my health is so low. I need to buy a campfire. Yep. That's not a bad first life wave 20. Remember this one time you were under 10, you were at your grandparents' house and one of your family members bought something to play with, and I wanted to watch, but I did not know it was a zombie horror game. That's okay. I think everybody's had that kind of experience if you grew up around the time that video games were kind of coming around. I had that same experience, but it was with one of the first Call of Duties, because there's an opening scene in one of the first ones where a guy's in a burning Humvee, and watching somebody burn to death is definitely a very vivid childhood experience, I would say. I can't speak to other people. I need to buy a campfire. Big time. How much does a campfire cost? 300? Not bad. And then health regen. That's pretty much all I need. But the radius would help a lot. Boom. Alright, so that should give us a whole lot of health regen. Oh, I forgot to buy armor. Oh! What am I gonna do? Some things you're happy you saw and never saw and still haven't. Yeah, it's probably for the best. Yeah, luckily I got raised with decent parents that didn't just leave me in front of a computer screen. It was kind of hard to leave you in front of a computer screen back in the day because there wasn't really much to do on a computer screen. You could log on to PBS Kids and play some terrible games. That was the height of cool math games. And other stuff like that. But my gaming platform of choice was Stick Page. I was big into stick fighting animations, and I still am. They're freaking dope. Let's sit outside for a bit, take some damage so we can make the most of our regen. Take a little bit of pressure off the barricade for a bit. Okay. The Jake Paul Forest video. Yeah, I haven't seen that, mostly because I don't watch Jake Paul or anyone like him. Those are like the stereotypical influencers. Yeah, I'm definitely not into that. Anybody I watch on YouTube or elsewhere is usually something informative or something narrative or something that otherwise inspires me. Oh, I just stepped in headless fire. That is no good. I feel like I'm kind of in the same situation I was in last time. I'm not particularly liking it. Oh, I should buy baits as well. I'm starting to see the appeal of a money perk that isn't gym membership. Oh, ow. Yeah, that's why I don't want those critters to touch me. They hurt. Yeah, I don't think there's any videos that I can think of. I guess besides that one. You watch a lot of Minecraft modding? Yeah, that makes sense. That checks out. Well, not much left over for me to buy. Besides, I guess, can I even buy a bait? Nope, 7,500. Yeah, definitely not. This might be the last one then. Okay. Uh, 1M, 1J? No. I do not know what that is. Yeah, probably my most watched channels are stuff like Fort9 because they do really good documentaries, Kurzgesagt because they do really good educational content. I watch stuff like CoffeeZilla because that's all like my political news. Let me think. What other channels do I watch regularly? Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, I haven't seen that one either. And I dislike you even reminding me that it existed. Just kidding. Haha. Hee. I think that we might die. Guys, it's looking pretty dire. Alright, let's get out there. I would love to spam more, but the reload on this gun is just 10 billion year reload. No, I stepped in headless fire again. Yeah, I feel like the only way I would have been, I would have watched a video like that is if somebody gaslit me into thinking it was something cool on the school playground. Otherwise, yeah, I definitely will not and be watching stuff like that. But now I'm pretty happy with what my suggestions are giving me. Ow, yeah. Alright. Well, GG. Alright. Well, I think I'm gonna raid out. I've done a 3-hour stream. I think it's a pretty good time. I can probably raid Belle if I can. I don't know what kind of restrictions she has on viewer rating. Hey, look at that. Alright, so what's Belle doing? Yeah, Belle is another family-friendly Roblox streamer. Right now they're playing Forsaken, but they play a whole lot of games. They play Creatures of Sonaria. They play Fighting, which is another game that I really like. And sometimes I will pop into their voice chat and harass them with lines that sound eerily close to Commander from Visionary Squad. Anyway, I'll see you guys around. You're about to say you're going to sleep? I feel like you said that a long time ago, and this has not happened. But I'm not one to judge. I fell asleep at 10. The wrong 10. The 10 that you're not supposed to fall asleep at. Oh, they just got raided as well. Anyway, I'll see you guys around. Goodbye.